Hey everybody, Crystal Kitsune here, and I'm big again, so that means I'm eating something, and you'd be right. Um, I went to that KP International store that I mentioned before. I got a bunch of stuff. Me and my friend went out today. Today is Thursday, but you'll see this tomorrow. Um, we went out to lunch, and then we went to KP International, which is a large store that has a lot of Asian food and European food. And since we hadn't been there for a while, we went ahead and went, and I got a bunch of snacks. Now, I know I just did Snack Crate Japan, and a lot of this stuff is, or all of this stuff is Asian. I got one thing from Korea, one thing from Taiwan, and I think the rest of it should be, well, this I think is Chinese, but the rest of it is Japanese. Bug, what the fuck are you doing? Go away. Go away. Go. Go. I don't know who you are, what you're doing, but get out of here. So yeah, we are going to be tasting that. We also have some liquid. I bought this rose black tea, which is the China thing. It says it's Chinese herbs, so it's a company that's based in California, I think. Yeah, in San Francisco, but it's essentially Chinese based. So I have that as this. I made some iced tea out of it, so we'll try that. The only thing that I tasted was to have it had enough sweetness in it. I didn't get all the flavor of it. And then I also got this, which is Hana Awaka, which is sparkling flower sake. It's clear, and I thought it would be interesting to try because I haven't tried sake in a really long time. The last sake that I had was like a very basic one, and plum wine. I got these things here, which are by Meiji, which is, they do a lot of those, not the Pockies, but the panda bears with the stuff in them. So I got these gummy choco, which are strawberry flavored. I got these, which are Mochi. They're supposed to be like Japanese based, but they are a company out of the US. So these are essentially supposed to be frozen. They're ice cream covered in mochi. So strawberry ice cream with mochi. And then this is the Korean thing. It's, oh yes, choco cake. As far as I know, they're individually wrapped. They look like they're individually wrapped. They sound like they're individually wrapped. This is Korean. And then I got these things here, which are giant chalky, which is like Pocky, but they're huge. And these are from Taiwan. Or, no, sorry, not Taiwan, Thailand. I said that wrong, sorry. Product of Thailand. And then I got these red bean buns, red bean filled buns. They're already steamed, they're getting cold now. Look, it's boobies! Boobies! Sorry, that was immature. So anyway, we'll get started. We'll do the sake last because I don't want to eat all this, well, eat this stuff on the outside, on the end of the sake, because I know what sake essentially tastes like, and this is sparkling, I'm assuming florally tasted? Whatever. So we'll get a sip of this. It's supposed to be black and rose. Not too bad. So we'll get started on these little choco balls. And yes, I know I just did Japanese food, but I could have done European, but I like the Japanese stuff. They're better. It has this cute little thing. It just sits, and you got your choco balls. These kind of look similar to those ones that I got, the ones in the snack crate that were those choco balls with the caramel inside, but these are strawberry jellies. So, there's kind of a shitty cross section of it. It's got some white stuff on it first, and then the chocolate. It's kind of like a cream, kind of. So, yeah, not too bad. Nico wafers come in something like this. Okay, so we should actually try the mochis because they're frozen. And of course all this stuff is, this is gonna sit out here until I'm done with all the other stuff anyway. But there's 6 pieces in here. And we're gonna try one of them. Now, in one of the other times that I went to that KP International store, I got a bunch of Mochi. Now, it wasn't that bad, but the flavors on the inside were kind of weird. I just put powder all over myself. There's like powder on the top of this. You can't really see it because it's like washed out. I kind of don't want to hang it over my computer because I don't want it to drip all over the place. But it's definitely strawberry ice cream. I keep getting white powder all over this. I look like I just snorted a bunch of cocaine or something. This is like it's all goopy and stuff. I guess the good thing about having it surrounded in mochi is that it won't get all over the place. So like if it melted, it would melt, yeah, but it would still be encased in the mochi, so when you go to eat it, it's like all the liquid just dripped down your face. Not bad. I don't mind the ice cream mochis because it's ice cream inside. And I love strawberry ice cream. So that works. Neat. You still got powder all over my hand. Okay, so I'm kind of interested to find out what these giant Pockies look like. I mean, they're emulating Pocky, you know, obviously. But these are giant Pocky sticks. I'm just hoping that they taste like somewhat close to like the regular Pocky from the people that make Pocky. I guess it's Pocky. So they come in, I guess, individual packages, which is kind of weird, you know, for Pocky. But since they're like they're huge, I guess that's why. Why do they have to make packages so hard to get into, right? Oh, I opened the wrong end. Whoa, this big fat ass Pocky stick. Look at this. It's like a chocolate covered dildo, you know, almost. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but it's a huge stick. It's like a big ass breadstick covered in chocolate. Well, like a cigar. Not bad. Thumbs up for the giant Pocky stick. And I keep seeing this stupid ass bug floating around. So I apologize if I keep like brushing it off or whatever. I think it keeps flying over and trying to land on me. So now we got these individually wrapped, like I said. Oh yes, chocolate cake with chocolate filling. Oh yes. Brand new world's best quality. That's a weird company name, like oh yes. It seems weird. So here is that. I mean, it kind of flaked off a little bit. It seems fresh. I mean, usually when you get these kind of things from like international stores and stuff, they're usually like bad, you know? Like, actually it smells kind of weird. It sure like has alcohol in it, which is weird because it doesn't say anything about it being like a alcohol cake. I mean, for what it is, it's okay. It gets chocolate all over your teeth, though. I mean, the cake is moist. has an okay flavor. It's not like super chocolatey, which is good, I guess, in a sense. Because I'm not like a big fan of things that are super chocolatey. If they taste so much like chocolate that it kind of overpowers everything else, I'm not really a fan. They kind of remind me of those donuts. You know the ones I'm talking about. The chocolate donuts with the little mini donuts with the chocolate frosting. The taste kind of reminds me of that. Not like 100% that flavor. But if the chocolate on the outside was a little bit firmer, because this was kind of like, it wasn't like a chocolate crust, or not crust, but like, you know, like when you eat the chocolate donuts, like that's like a shell of chocolate. This wasn't really a shell of chocolate, really. Not so much like the donuts were, but it kind of had that kind of taste to it. Okay, so I've tried one of these before, at like those restaurants, the you know, Mongolian barbecue, you know, buffet places. So I've had one of these there a while ago. But these ones are actually from a package. I didn't bring the package in here because there were 6 in a package and you do 2 at a time. So I did 2 at a time. My boobies. My implants. Dring! Even though I don't need implants because my boobs are big enough. But anyway, this has red bean paste in it. It's like a turd. I just opened it up and it was like, looks like a poopy butthole. But no, it's red bean paste, and it doesn't taste that bad. I mean, red beans, you would think that red beans, like, would be kind of not sweet. It's still warm. I cooked these, or steamed them, on the microwave a while ago. Because they're frozen in the freezer. And you're supposed to put them in a steamer which probably would make them taste better and not artificial when coming out of the microwave. But the doughy on the outside, it's cooked dough, but it's like doughy tasting. And then you got the sweet turd, the sweet red bean paste in the middle. Come on, focus on me. Focus, thank you. So you got the red bean paste in the middle, which is sweet. So it's kind of like a dessert-ish type thing. Even though they don't really classify it as desserts at the restaurant, it's just like a regular thing that you can get and eat. Although these ones taste a whole lot better than those ones. Those ones there weren't actually paste. You know, it wasn't actually this. It was the bun, then it had like meat and stuff inside. So it was like a pork one and a pulled chicken one or something. So that's why this one tastes better. So I'll leave that for the rest of a few minutes from now. Clear the palate. Okay. So that was the last thing, food-wise, that I got. Now I get to try the sake. If I can get it open. Ooh, and it's carbonated too, so it's like a soda, but sake, sort of. I don't know. I never tried carbonated sake before. The only rice wines that I've tried were plum wine, which is plum-flavored sweet rice wine, and then regular sake. So this is gonna probably be interesting. Yeah, definitely smells like something. I mean, I'm not really a big alcohol person, so on the thing says tiny tight bubbles with a slightly sweet flavor refreshes the palate. This unique sake is perfect for everyone, served chilled for maximum refreshment. So, I mean, I like the bottle. That's like the main thing that got me was the pinkness. I'm not quite sure what. Oh, I guess awaka means sparkling. Because Hana means flower, and it says sparkling flower on it. And they just always do things backwards. So, Hana awaka means sparkling flower. I'm not drinking any more of that right now. So, that's the sake. It tastes like sake. It didn't really taste any sweeter to me. It said it was sweet, but it was carbonated, so that's something. So we got some time left. This is actually not what I was planning on doing for today's episode. Today's episode was actually supposed to be Dream Daddies from the Game Grumps. I've been following the game, and I already follow them on Twitter, so they post updates and stuff. They were supposed to launch Dream Daddies today, or yesterday when you watch this, and I was going to do that instead. I was going to buy it, download it, and but do a video of it. But it's right now, as of now, it still says it's unavailable because when the last tweet that they gave was, okay, so at the beginning of the day, it said it was unavailable, and then they changed it from unavailable to, be ready in 7 hours, and that was at noon. So when I get here at 7, it said a little under an hour, and then I went at 8, I checked it, and it says not available. So currently, right now, what it says, as of this time, which is 11:30 at night, the Steam page for Dream Daddies, or Dream Daddies, not Dream Daddies, it's Dream Daddy, dad dating simulator. So you're a daddy and you're trying to date a daddy. When they announced this thing, I thought they were joking, essentially. Because it didn't, like, Game Grumps don't seem like the people that make games, they play games. So, like, when they introduced this, I'm like, really? Like, because it was, like, right on the tail of, Father's Day. It was June 18th when I first kind of heard about it. And I'm like, they were, like, teasing it. And I'm like, what? It just says coming soon. They still have the release date put as June or July 13th. So I've heard about it since like around Father's Day. So that way, so when they were doing that tweet and stuff like that about a game, I'm like, about Dream Daddies, I'm like, oh, it's just like a weird thing for Father's Day or whatever, even though that's late. But then I'm like, they wouldn't be making a game. That's a joke. But no, they were actually making a game, and apparently some of the Game Grumps actually voiced some of the characters in here. So that's pretty cool. That was actually kind of like a secret dream of mine, was to like voice a character, but not just any character. Like, I used to write a lot of stories when I was younger. I've had a couple pretty good ones. And my kind of secret ambition was to have that story be like as a cartoon or something, and I wanted to voice one of the characters. It's more so with like one of the bigger projects that I created and kept revamping because it was like getting complicated and everything. But I digress. But I always wanted to do a voice for one of my characters. I mean, I don't really think I have a great voice. I don't really do voices like Aaron does from Game Grumps. I'm just kind of me. And I mean, somebody might want my voice for something, but I mean, I seriously doubt it. But I think it would be fun to voice a character for something. Maybe one of these days when I get more famous, and because I know like Markiplier's done voices for stuff. I mean, for like a lot of the stuff that he's done voices for is stuff that his person was a character in, like one of the PewDiePie games that came out. Not the Tuber Simulator, but the other one, the PewDiePie Adventure or whatever. Markiplier was in that, and he voiced his own self in that game. And same thing with Jacksepticeye. But, I mean, it still would be fun to do a voice for something. So, maybe one of these days when I get more popular, I can do that. So, that's the secret ambition. So I guess I talked enough because my timer's running out. So anyway, I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though I just ate a bunch of Japanese stuff or Asian stuff. This is a little bit different. I mean, I did a red bean bun, and I did, which I haven't ever done before, some sake. I was thinking about like getting different kinds of sake and drinking them, because there's a bunch of different types of sake. This one was like $7. So, I mean, if I hadn't bought this, I probably, I don't know. Anyway, so that's going to be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and share with your friends. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Those are the only ones I have. I have a Tumblr, but I don't really do anything on it. And if you go over here, there'll be a video that YouTube suggests that you check out. Here will be my face. You can click on that to go subscribe. You know the deal, how to do that. There's a bell icon thingy that if you want to get notified of when I do videos, you can click that and be notified. And over there will be a link to the merchandise store. You can get a t-shirt or a tote bag. I hope to one day get plushies of my mascot. That would be so cool to have a plushie fox of my mascot. But that's like definitely not feasible right now. But someday I hope to get plushies because I really want one my own self. I mean, I want to try to make one, but I wouldn't be able to make them for, you know, production. But just to have one as my mascot would be awesome. So, I mean, that's something to look forward to. Fan art or fan works, to see if people can make my mascot into whatever. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna shut up now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye bye.